everybody, and how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a really super awesome day today so far. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it and so glad that you're here. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Gabe and this is Gabe Loves Makeup, and I'm a 52-year-old makeup artist and I've been in the industry 30 plus years, and I'm still in retail where I help customers just like you pick out their skincare, makeup, and fragrance needs every single day. And with that said, guys, I am so excited about today's palette. I have a PR with Nomad Cosmetics. They always send me PR, and they sent me their brand new Ghost Town USA palette. This is their fall holiday palette, and I can't tell you how excited I am to play with this one. It is a beautiful color story, and I can't wait to reveal it for you. We're going to do some swatches. I'm going to do 2 looks on both eyes. So yeah, if you guys are excited about a new color story based around fall and more of the Halloween spirit, then stick around and let's do it together. Okay guys, so let's face the elephant in the room. I have 2 spots right here on my shirt. I just realized that it's bleach, so it is what it is. So it's a comfortable shirt. I'm not taking it off. It is what it is. This shirt is really, really old. This is the old Gap shirt I've had forever. But anyway, it's comfortable. I have it on. So there you go. We're sticking with that. Just to give you guys a really quick synopsis of what I have on. I did primer with a little bit of my Kevin Aucoin, my Kevin Aucoin Sensual Glass Glow Face, and I did a little bit of my La Prairie foundation. I have not used her in a while, so I'll pull that out. We did a little bit of the La Prairie powder, and I did a little bit more of my L'Oreal Infallible bronzer. Guys, this bronzer is just so freaking good. I'm like, I can't quit using it. It's like I'm still using it even after 2 years after buying. I'm still just into this bronzer. It's so good. We did a little mascara with the Giorgio Armani mascara, and I did a little tight line with my Dior black eyeliner, my waterproof black eyeliner, so I did a little bit of that. And I also have on this City Lips right now, and this is the called Crimson. It's they're plumping lip glosses. They're so good, and it feels so good. But this color is really beautiful. It is a really pretty fall color. So if you're looking for a gloss and you don't like lipstick and you like gloss but you want a little color, this is a pretty color. I mean, I gotta say, I haven't wore it in a while, and I was like, wow, this is a really good color. So anyway, we're leaving this on just to plump up my lips before we do lipstick, because I'm gonna be doing more of a matte lipstick later. So yeah, I just wanted to have something on my lips. So with that said, guys, let's dive into this palette. We're going to give a little bit of a rundown of this palette real quick. Just to let you guys know, I do have a code with Nomad Cosmetics. I want to say it's GabeLuvs10 or GabeLuvs. I can't remember, but it's down in my description box if you guys are interested. I am not affiliated with Nomad Cosmetics. If you guys go to their site, it's to support them. The only thing I've got that is just a code to save you guys 10%. So don't think that I'm making any money off of this, because I'm not, because they are a small indie brand. I just have a code to save you guys a little money. So just to throwing that out there, the cause for this palette is to help to support the birds of prey at the Peregrine Fund. It protects the habitats of raptors. The habitats of raptors like the condors, vultures, eagles, and hawks of America's Wild Wild West. So it does, they do support, and they also give donations to the wildlife as well. So just keep that in mind when you are buying these kind of palettes. They do some type of a support each single time to some sort of wildlife. So just throw that out there, because that's just the way Nomad Cosmetics is. So if you don't know anything about Nomad Cosmetics, they are a destination palette. So each palette that they do is a specific destination. And this one, they chose to be the American frontier. They did a haunted town and abandoned mines, and there's Ghost in Them Hills is the inspiration. So looking at the outside box, so this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Their packaging is just stunning, and this gives you a synopsis of the palette in the back and what it is all about. It also sends you a card on the destination. See, so this is what the palette looks like. So the palette has a double-sided, so if you can see, it looks like it looks like a Wild West town. And then when it flips, you can see what was on the outside of the palette that we just saw outside of the box. So isn't that cool? It's a shifting palette. So it's really cool. The embroidery is matte around the edges. It's just super, super beautiful. It's really super sturdy. It feels really good in the hands. It doesn't feel flimsy or anything like that, even though this is recyclable cardboard, but it is a really, open it up. The palette is, of course, cruelty-free and vegan-free, but look how beautiful the color story is. So you have a warm color story here, you have more of a gray, cool tone color story here, and then you have more of a neutral green color story here that you can actually mix in. So it looks absolutely stunning. I think because I just did a review on the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, we did some colors similar to this in that last palette. I think I want to do, we're going to focus more on these here and these. I'm going to do more of with these color story instead of this one. We may dip into some of the browns. But yeah, we're going to play it by ear and kind of see what happens. Like I said, I've already tightlined my eyes. We have a little bit of mascara on. Of course, I have brows on and a little bit of eye primer. So I already have that on already. So let me swatch these real quick for you guys just so you can see them. And then we will dive into the application. So here are the swatches of the palette. So this is the warm. This is the middle cool. And the one in the area in the middle, and then this is the whole green side. So if you look at the palette, just like so, this is the warm side, and then there is the cool, and then this one right here is the green side, all right there where the greens are. So actually, they don't look as, they look totally different on swatches than they do whenever you look at them in the palette. The browns look pretty much what you would think, but then the cool and the other ones, they look totally different. Swatch like a dream. They swatch immediately. The payoff, all of the shimmers feel very soft and they don't feel hard panned. I think it was their, the Romeo and Juliet palette, I think a little bit of those had a little bit of hard pan to them, and maybe the Nomad one did a little bit too. And by the way, the other fall story back here, this one right here, that one is up on my YouTube channel. I had that one up last fall. I will put that up here if you guys want to go and look at this one here, but it was a really beautiful color story last year. It was just more of your typical, more autumn, the leaves, the gold, all that kind of sort of thing, but it was based around Hudson Valley, I think, Hudson Valley. But it's still available too on their site if you're interested in that palette. It is still there, I think. But definitely, this one's going to be very interesting to play with, so I'm real excited. So let's dive in. Just real quick, I wanted to let you know. So in my video that I did with my Yes Pastor Yes, everybody was asking me what I had on in that video. I only did 2 eyeshadows in that video, and I did 2 mattes. I did play with this shade here. This is Skinner Saloon, and this one is Undead Sheriff. Those are the 2 I had on in that video. So just letting you know, I did 2 mattes in that video. We are going to reuse those today, just so you guys can see them again. We're going to do a little more since we're kind of going to go with that color story. So we're going to do the, I'm going to do the blue side on this side, and then we're going to do the more greens on this side. So if you guys want to skip ahead, I'll have timestamps down below. If you don't want to see the blue side, you want to see more of the green side or what have you. And I'm going to play in some of these browns in with it because Undead Sheriff, all of this little area here is like I'll probably utilize these in with these just to help balance it out some. So we don't just have all like one color so it doesn't look too 80-ish. So we're going to start off with actually Undead Sheriff. I am going to start off with that one, and I'm going to start with my Refer brushes. You know, I love my Refer brushes. I use them all the time for when I'm doing especially indie palettes. Now, guys, I will let you guys know, I just finished doing another 2 videos, and this is the first time I've ever done eyeshadow looks one right after the other, so my eyes are getting a little tired. But I'm trying my best because I want to try to get these filmed and get them out to you. So I'm taking a little bit of pain, a little bit of they're just getting a little sore. My skin is very sensitive. I can only usually do makeup like 1 time, and then that's it. I can't go in and do anymore. But I'm trying my best to get some of these videos out. So I'm just kind of going one for the team here today. So anyway, So that was Undead Sheriff. So we built that up just a little bit. See, it's a really beautiful, cool tone brown. So it's really pretty. So now we're going to go back into Skinner Saloon. And it's, again, she's a little bit more of a blue silver color. And I'm going to go back over top of it and just keep building over top of that brown. Now, before when I did it, I did the blue on my lid and the brown in the crease. And I just kind of mixed them together. This time we're kind of mixing them completely one on top of each other. So I'm just kind of building that up because it's going to be one that's going to be more of that cool tone. It's going to get that more silver blue kind of look to it, which I'm here for. I'm all here for that. That is pretty. That's really pretty. If you like cool tone colors, you're really going to like, I think you're going to like this palette. A little bit with that same brush, I'm going to go into Calamity Jane. Now, Calamity Jane is a little bit more, she's definitely got a little bit more of that. It's blue, but it's gray, but it's got a little bit of, it looks like a little gold in it. I mean, it's a little, the Calamity is a little Calamity. She's got a lot of stuff going on, let me tell you. So we're going to tap off a little bit. Now it's a little pigmented, so we're going to tap off a little bit of it. Then go in and really build up that again. Because we're really building, I really build up my crease. It's going to be a dramatic look, of course. I mean, what else would you guys expect from me? As nothing less than a dramatic look. I just feel like the reason why I don't do a lot of really super simple, naked kind of looks for you guys is because I feel like you guys got that. I mean, you can sit back and do a naked eyeshadow, like a one shadow with a mascara or whatever. I mean, that's typical. I mean, if I did that all the time, you would be completely bored. So I feel like popping things in, doing things a little different, shaking some things up, teaching you guys a little bit more about colors and what you can wear and building things up and making them look your own. Like, you may not go to this extreme, but you can add things in with what you have to give yourself a little pop of something or to do something a little different than just the normal typical neutrals, which there's nothing wrong with, but it's just to add things in. But, you know, don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared. We're only in a ghost town. We're not, you know, it's like, it's only, you know, don't be too haunted. All right, so I feel like Calamity is enough. I feel like we've got her built up just enough. So let me go into, I want to take Bandit Queen. Or maybe, no, let's take Deadwood. Deadwood is the deeper brown. Bandit Queen is this one here. I love these names. And I'm going to take that same brush. We're still using the same brush. And we're going to go right over here. And I'm going to build up the brown a little bit, just to give it a little bit more depth. I'm going to go back into Dead Man's Hand and sheet that darker blue. And again, the same brush. We're just going to go in and just keep building. Because I'm going to be all about that shimmer on the lid. It's all about building it up right through here. And then, of course, we'll blend all this down too. So we're just we're just building it up. And then we'll blend it all down later. It's a process. It is, for sure. But see how pretty that is? That looks so gorgeous. This eye, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do Smoky Quartz. And she's like this really pretty silver color. And we're going to pop Smoky Quartz right here. And really start building that up a little bit right there. And right in here. Because again, if you're not really into, kind of like what I said with Natasha, if you don't like metallics or you don't like any shimmers at all, and you just like more mattes or whatever, I mean, although the mattes are really beautiful in this one, I would probably recommend you this palette back here. She is a little bit more mattes in her. But I feel like, you know, you wouldn't like this if you don't like any shimmer or whatever, because this palette definitely does have, and they're definitely they definitely have that beautiful edge to them, and they're super creamy, and it's going on really beautiful. So how pretty that is. It's almost like a gunmetal silver. Now I'm going to take Quicksilver, and she is definitely you have to be very careful with Quicksilver, because she's very, almost, I don't want to say putty-like, but she's very, very soft. So we're going to take Quicksilver, and I'm popping Quicksilver right in the middle here. And we're gonna like take it up and really start building that up a lot. And I'm gonna take a little bit of, it's called Rhyolite, I think is what it's called. It's called Rhyolite. It looks like a gold almost. But she got a little bit of a a beige undertone. I'm going to take her right over that and blend it in. And it's okay, I've not put concealer on yet, guys, so there's no concealer on underneath my eyes yet. So we've not done any concealer whatsoever yet. So nothing's underneath yet. So it's just what's on the top. Okay, so pretty that is. Now let me take a little bit of a flat brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna go in and start just blending this down a little bit. Because I wanna smash this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with just a regular blending brush without anything on it. Just kind of really start softening that out a little bit. So it looks softer. Now I want to go back in with that brown again. We're going in with the dark brown Deadwood. We're going to go back in Deadwood again one more time. And I'm going to build Deadwood up one more time. Just to give that depth back a little bit after we blended it down. This is what we're looking like. I put a lash on. We did black all the way around here, around my eye. And we are getting ready to, let me take a little bit of my little pencil. This is a little stencil brush like here, number 23. I had a little bit on that. I added a little bit right here, but I'm gonna go back into Dead Man's Hand and Deadwood, which is the brown and the blue together. And I'm gonna tap in both of those. And I'm just gonna enhance this just a little bit more right here, over top of that liner a little bit, and right here. Just gonna go right in here and just add a little bit more right through here, just to make it look a little bit more intensified. Any area I want to just add that depth to, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more right in here in my crease, just right there, just to add, since it's such a little fine point, I'm gonna really just carve that out a little bit more. Just so that way it makes it pop out more, a little bit more right there. Just like that. So see how that looks really beautiful? Looks really pretty. Now, we're gonna go in with a, I'm gonna go in with another ripper brush, and this is number 26. And she's like that. And we're gonna tap into this, we're gonna tap into the beige color, the Riffalite, and then the Quicksilver, the blue and the gold. And I'm gonna tap in both of those. And again, they're both kind of like a little bit more on the puttyish side. So just be careful with them. But I'm going to add more right through here. That definition, how pretty that is. It's so pretty. Now, there's this pink shade in it called Ghost Train. So it's like a pink shimmer. I'm sorry, my hands have got so much stuff on them. The pink shimmer, this one right here. I'm going to take Ghost Train with the number 20. This is the O2 brush. In Refer, it's a flat brush. And I'm going to really squish it in it. And I'm going to take it and we're going to add Ghost Train right in the center. I want just a little bit pop of that pink up here. And I'm going to take it up a little bit more so it can really, the light can really catch it. So you can see that a little bit of that shift. Take a little bit up in there and just let it just kind of, I'm not going to cover it completely, but just a little bit. Just kind of building it up, making it look really pretty. Okay, guys, so this is what we're looking like. Isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty. Love the way the light hits it too. It looks really beautiful. I think, wow, such a big difference. Now, I did powder this side too. I went ahead and powdered when I did concealer and stuff. I got a blend. I haven't done that yet, but I did do a powder and everything because we have to go back over with blush and bronzer and all that kind of stuff. I did a little bronzer already, but we're gonna go back over and do it again. But yeah, this is what it's kind of looking like. So yeah, now on to the second one. Okay, guys, so we are ready to do look number 2. So again, just to keep it in mind, I will probably do the black the same way around the eye area on this side as I did the other side, just to kind of match it a little bit more. But again, you guys don't have to do that. You can do a brown, you can do another color or what have you if you want to use a different liner. But we are going to go into this side of here. Now we're going to do more of the greener colors. I don't know if you guys can see it. Trying to shift it right there. We're going to do a little bit more of the greener side. So again, we're going to go back in with my Refer brushes. I did clean them, so I'm going to go back in with, this is my number 15 brush. We're going in with that. We're going to go into Ghost Town first, and she is this light. It's a light kind of a, not a mint green, but it's a little bit more of a lighter green. And so we're going to go in and start building her up. Now, I may end up using some of the browns as well on this side to add in a little bit more. But yeah, it's going to be, I think this is going to be a really cool look too. So now we're going into Stagecoach Mary. And Mary has a little bit more of a, she's a little bit more of a, I don't know what that's like, it's a very offsetting green. So we're going to go back in and add more to her over top of this green and just add more in it together. So that's a really, it's just making it really pop out. Look how cool it makes my eyes color. Look, it looks so cool. Guys, I'm going in with an old Morphe brush. I'm going to go in with the Morphe brush. We're going to dive into Arrest Decay. And she's a little bit more of this, it's like a deeper brown kind of color. It's almost on the charcoal, it's got a charcoalish kind of look to it. And we're gonna add her right here in the crease. It's done really good. It's blending really wonderfully. It's doing really good. My eyes are just a little tired from doing so many eye looks, but yeah, that looks really pretty together. I'm gonna go back into Deadwood, and Deadwood again. Remember, Deadwood is more of that darker brown over in the more of the brown side, and I'm gonna take a little bit more of Deadwood right in here just to balance that out a little bit more. Just how pretty that is. It's just, that is really, I like that color of the greens together. Is so cool. It's got to look a little bit of a, I don't know what kind of a vibe I'm getting from it, but I really like it. I like that kind of a vibe. It's really pretty, and I like the way it's making my eye color look. On this side, it looks really interesting. I like that. Kind of like, we'll blend that out a little bit later, so I'm not really worried about that as far as, you know, what's going on over here, so don't worry about that. So let's do a little bit of the shimmer now on this one. So now the shimmer, this one is called Calico. And again, I don't know if you guys can see these. Some of these colors are a little hard in the light. And this one is called Gold Rush. So this one's called Gold Rush here. Let me try to turn the light down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There we go. My light was a little bit too, there we go. That's better. There you guys can see it a little bit better. My light was a little bit too bright. There we go, just like that. There we go. And see, now you guys can see it a little bit better. My light was a little bit bright. I didn't realize that. I was like, wait a minute, why is my light? And I guess because it's getting closer to the afternoon. I've filmed all day today. I've been in my room all day today filming. But yeah, it's like, that's really, those are two really pretty. So we're going to take the darker green to Calico. And we're going to take Calico and place her right here. My finger. And the good thing about these is you could use a glitter glue with these if you wanted to, but there's no fallout. I've had no fallout with any of this stuff, by the way. And I had no fallout with the Natasha Denona. So I was like really happy with that too. There was no fallout whatsoever with any of the shadows in her palette. And there's no fallout with any of the shadows in this one either. So far, I haven't even had a glitter even underneath or anything like that. So that's really cool that you don't have any of that, because usually palettes like this, they usually get all over underneath and everywhere. It's crazy. Going into Gold Rush, well, Gold Rush is the gold one. We're going to take Gold Rush right in here. And again, I'll clean that up underneath if I make a little bit of a mess, but I want it to pack on. But look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is really beautiful. Yeah, so I'm gonna go off camera. We're gonna finish doing the black liner on this side and then come back and do little touches up on the inner corner and underneath. And yeah, and then we'll be right back. So this is what we're looking like. Looking fantastic, right? It looks so good. So I added more of my L'Oreal bronzer. We added more of that. And then I did my Giorgio Armani blush. And this is in the shade 60. It's a berry blush. So we did that over top of it. I actually did Tombstone as my highlighter. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It wasn't Tombstone. It was Rayo Light was what it's called. I did that one as my highlighter. See how pretty that is? So that's what I did as my highlighter. And then on my lips, I did a terracotta lip liner by Huda Beauty, which I actually just did in my recent video before this one. And then I did the Lancome lipstick. This is in shade French Rendezvous. It's a Drama Matte. So this is the shade what it looks like, but look how beautiful. I added this really pretty lip gloss. I don't think they make this lip gloss anymore. This is Huda Beauty as well. This is the shade Moody. And you can tell look how my one, how destroyed she is. But I put Moody over top of the lipstick And that is the color that it turned out to be. Isn't that gorgeous? It looks so pretty together. It just turned out, like this looks a little bit more plum on my hand, but on the lip, it just looks really good. I blended it in together. It looks really great. And by the way, so sorry for my chair, it's squeaky, so it is what it is. So anyway, so we're almost done with the eyes. I added a little bit of Undead Sheriff, which is that really light brown. I added it up underneath this eye just to give it a little bit of a little, not a frostiness, but a lightness there. And so what I thought in the inner corner, guys, we would do is we haven't used the shade Copper Penny. And so Copper Penny looks like this. So I thought in our inner corner on this side, I would go in and add Copper Penny here just to give that little hint of, not autumn, but that little hint of just that bronziness there. Just to give it like a little something. But look how pretty that is. It's just gives that little pop right there. And it makes it look so nice. It blends in with the green. And I did go back with my little liner brush. And I added the Stagecoach Mary, which is that green shade, this shade here. And I added it over top of the black when I blended it in. And of course, I do have lashes on. I did a small set of lashes, and I added some of my Giorgio Armani, the mascara over top of it. This one here, I added that over top of it, and we sprayed with a little bit of the Rare Beauty spray, you know, over top of everything. So all in all, guys, what do you guys think? It looks really super beautiful. The look turned out really gorgeous. It looks really pretty. Everything looks good. The lip just blends everything together. I feel very autumnish actually in this lip. When I was doing the look, I wasn't feeling that I was going to be, it was going to be more of an autumnish kind of look compared to last year with that palette. But I definitely, with the lip and everything, it ties in all together. It does have a very autumnish kind of feel. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think down below. But as far as this palette goes, guys, it is really beautiful. You have 3 different beautiful color stories in here. You can play with them, mix them, match them, or whatever. We used almost everything but this shade. I didn't use this shade. And no, I used all the other shades. So this is the only shade we didn't use, was this one. So I used everybody else that's on my face. I have everything else. But this is really beautiful. Look how so pretty that the green look looks on this side with the green with some a little bit of the brown mixed in. And then, you know, then this side here, look with a little bit of that pink in here, just a tad bit of that. It just looks really beautiful. They look really pretty. They're just they're different looks, but then yet they look similar, but yet different. It's gorgeous. It's just a really beautiful look. The matte blend like a dream. The metallics, again, like I told you earlier, they're a little bit, the Verona ones were a little bit more hard panned. These are all super creamy and super blendable. So when you touch them, they don't have any hardness to them. They all feel very silky and very soft and very buttery. And the mattes are very buttery too. They blend really, really well. So if you're looking for a unique kind of a color palette for fall, this one may be one to pick up. Also, the one back here, it is also really beautiful too. It is really pretty. It's just a little bit more reds, more oranges, more. I don't want to take it off the back because I've got it stood up a certain way, and if I take it down, it'll take me forever to put it back. But it's just a really, that was a really beautiful palette too. So either one of them actually are really great for the fall. But this is a really nice palette. It is $49, but you can save 10% off with the Gabe Loves code down below. I will leave it in my box down below. Let me know what you think of this look. Let me know what you think of this palette. Is it something that you think that you would pick up? You know, let us all know your opinions and everything down below. We would love to hear it. You know, also thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you so much and spending time with me with this palette. I just love it so much, and I love Nomad Cosmetics. So thank you so much, Nomad Cosmetics, for sending this to me in PR, because I really do appreciate it. Yeah, with that said, guys, you know, make sure you like this video, you know, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, we would love to have you as a little part of our family. And you know what, if you didn't like this video, then oh well, you know, you'll miss out on this all the time. This face all the time. Dude, hey. That'll be your loss. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyway, you know, remember, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to tell somebody that you love them today, because life is way too short. Also remember to be kind to someone today. Also be a little generous. A little generosity, a little kindness can go an awful long way, especially these days. I can't even tell you. And with that said, guys, we will see you again in the next episode. Peace out. Take care. And I love you all. Take care. Bye.